TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Empowerment, you would say. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. So as we know, the NFL season doesn't stop, doesn't sleep for anyone. Like I said, you have the preseason, regular season, playoffs, and then right back to it. Then you have the off-season signings, players are getting contract extensions, players are getting cut, players are requesting trade. Then you have the draft. Then you have the off-season workouts. And then you're right back to the preseason again. But now, in breaking news, we do have some players who seem to be disgruntled. Some players that went out, like DK Metcalf. He just recently said he wants to leave Seattle, wants to be traded. So now the Seattle Seahawks have to figure out to trade this player because they don't want to have this player in their locker room who's going to disrupt the chemistry. You have a long time going before the actual mini camp start. But you have a player who's going to come there who may not even show up, which is going to be detrimental to the team. So now you got to try and trade this player. Said there was conversations over a period of weeks where he said, hey, I want out. I don't feel like this team is contending, so forth and so on. So now he wants to go somewhere go to a contender. And this DK Metcalf is a major receiver in the league. He had 1,000 yards receiving last year and 1,100 yards receiving the year before with 8 touchdowns. But he's a good receiver. He's a big target out there. You know what I'm saying? Able to catch the ball, very physical. I don't see them having a problem finding a trade partner to get him somewhere where as though he'll get his wishes. Thoughts?
First of all, I want to find out what's going on with Seattle because they let Lockett go too. Lockett got cut. He wants to trade.
That could be the reason.
Like it's looking like it's imploding down there in Seattle. Mm-hmm. Like that's what it's looking like to me. It's like people is abandoning ship and want to get out of it. Well, the cut wasn't abandoned, but still. They might be building for, it might be possible that I know teams is going to search for a trade for him. Teams is going to reach out and call Seattle and inquire about Metcalf. They're going to definitely do that, and contenders is going to do that. You have a couple teams that's out there that's contenders, and they want to, they might be missing a piece or two within the wide receiver range. So he will find work, but now do people have the capital to give up for him? Because Seattle they're not going to want some old you just throwing anything at him. You're gonna want something for him. This is like you said. This is a good wide receiver, and he will make somebody with receiving core even better than what it is if they bring him in.
Yeah, like I would probably like to see him. I could see him landing somewhere with like Kansas City, Buffalo.
I didn't even think about Kansas City.
Kansas City, Buffalo. Somewhere in the AFC. Whereas though
Buffalo look good with him right now too.
Oh, for sure.
Buffalo look real good with him right now. But now, do they have to give up what Seattle may require for him? That's the thing.
They have draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Draft picks make the trade go smooth.
See, but it's about what Seattle want.
Yeah, probably a draft.
That's probably that might be their best player on the team. Period.
It is.
If you think about it.
Offensively, yeah.
Offensively and defensively, the best player they have.
He doesn't play defense, but
he better than that. He don't play defense, but he is the best
overall best player of the team.
Yes,
I could say that.
And with that being said, and we knowing that, and they know that, they're going to want something. They're going to want something hefty for him. If you want him, come get him from us. Mm-hmm. And you got to be ready to go all in.
Exactly, and then they just released, like you said, they released Tyler Lockett.
So that's even more. You got to give me something. I ain't got nothing over here if I give him up. So you got to get. They're going to demand a very, very, very large sum for him.
So what do you think is going on in Seattle, man?
I don't know. I think what I really think it is, I think they're looking to get younger. Because they're just stuck right now. Seattle was not of the Seattle before when we were talking about when Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson was down there playing ball, and Marshawn Lynch, and they was a juggernaut.
The Legion of Boom, yeah.
Now they have imploded. Like now they're looking to clean it up. When people looking to implode, they clean up. They shop their best pieces, and they make good draft picks, or they try to at least. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I think that they're looking to clean up their whole. Because it's what they got now is not working. So go ahead and give away pieces that's of value now. While they're still of value, DJ is one of them. They could get some money for him. Not money, but picks for him. Nice picks, a bundle of picks if they required it. Yeah. So go ahead and get rid of him, and whatever a couple pieces that you think that could go ahead and possibly leave, and you get something from, and start over. I think it's a start over phase for him. At the end of the day, it's start over.
ultimately, if he goes to any of those teams I mentioned, like Buffalo or Kansas City, ultimately those teams would be at the top of the heap. Well, Kansas City is probably going to beat it because the quarterback play, but you had a player like DK Metcalf on that team.
To Kansas City with Xavier Worthy and Patrick Mahomes throwing that ball all over the field like that.
And Kelsey down there too. He's coming back as well.
They still need a running back to me. Well, they got Pacheco.
Yeah,
so
all they need is somebody coming in. Get it, you know what I mean? You don't need to get 1,000 yards.
But even Buffalo, if he was to go to Buffalo,
I'm saying
Buffalo was right there too.
Yeah,
they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
So how you know that DJ couldn't push them over the top in that game?
Or the Ravens. Ravens can use them down there too.
Yeah, next to Zay Flowers. Yeah, Henry coming out that backfield. Yeah, Andrews running around catching. Oh, tight end. Yes, they could use him. They might make a play for him. And they one of them teams that really don't need much more. So it won't be nothing to give up their first round draft pick for him. I don't know if Seattle would want to. I don't know. You think they can get a first round for him?
Oh, for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, he's young. He's a young guy.
How old is he? About 29, 28?
Yeah, about 28 years old. He's young, man. He's not a old receiver. He got still got some tread on them tires. At least like 3-4 more years.
Yeah, easy.
And he's a big receiver.
That's what I was about to say. You know him and AJ Brown. They played for Mississippi State.
Yeah.
They got drafted out there the same year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they like twins. Mm-hmm. You see how they both, man? Yeah. Yeah. So, it's just that you're not seeing more play from DJ because the team they got down there.
And just to roll on to another receiver, Devontae Adams. He's just released.
But he's getting older. He's older.
But he can latch on to. I can see him in Buffalo.
I can see him in Buffalo too, and Kansas City.
I can see him in Baltimore.
Yes.
Down there with them.
Yes.
And contribute. It brings something. So
this year, yes.
Yes. So you see all these receivers moving around and getting released, getting cut because of old age.
Somebody's gonna pick up Tyler Lockett.
Oh, for sure.
I'm talking about he's gonna be signed before Monday. He's getting signed before Monday. He got cut yesterday. Mm-hmm. He's getting signed. Tyler Lockett can go to somebody's team and give them good. He can go down the Ravens and go down there and line up on the other side of Zay Flowers. Yeah. And you got Mark Andrews down there.
Yeah, man. So you have the receiver. You have
a lot of good receivers that's out there either looking for a trade or have been cut. Like, I ain't seen it like this in a long time. You got some quality receivers, man. You don't have to be like, oh, this is the only one. No, DJ he wants to trade. T. Higgins just got the franchise on him, so he's disgruntled. They keep playing with that man down there in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Then you got Lockett that just been cut. You got these players. These are some nice wide receivers.
Yeah, but
Adams,
Higgins is gonna be there. He's signing that franchise tag. He's staying there.
So. He signed it.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. Yeah.
Okay,
he's gonna be there for a while. So, but you just see, and also even Stephon Diggs is possibly going to be on the free agent market.
I've seen that too.
He's possibly going to be out there too. So all these receivers out there, they're going to.
And these are not no mediocre receivers we talking about, Toffee. These are you got top tier, mid tier, and mediocre. These are mediocre. Mid tier or better.
Yeah.
These not no mediocre wide receivers just to fill in because these can be there for 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. You got the likes of Tyler Lockett. He can give you more than 1 year. Or if you put him in a good position. Or if you go ahead and trade D. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Imagine him going, like you said, Kansas City. He's going to give you 3 to 4 productive seasons. Great seasons. These is not no mediocre receivers that we're talking about. They're going to go somewhere and thrive, especially as a contender. Mm-hmm. If it's a contender team, Pete. So the market for free agency and wide receivers is open, and you have some good selections there. Yeah, some numerous ones too.
Yeah, so I like to see what happens in regards to that, but I think that DK Metcalf is definitely going to get picked up somewhere. But when we come back, we'll speak about Bosa down in with the Chargers. He's going to be moving on, but it's TBISC. Come back after this commercial break.
MechaCare LLC. We give you an abundance of what you need. We know what you need. We can literally read your mind. Look at me. I'm staring right into your soul. We're going to give you an abundance of it. MechaCare LLC has been rated #1 in Pennsylvania for home care agency since 2020. They got the best pay, the best care, medical, dental, 401k. If you're located in Philadelphia County, Bucks County, Chester County, or Montgomery County, call today at
215-644-8341.
Oh, hello? Is this MechaCare? I just called the number that was here on the screen. This is crazy.
So, I want to jump into it. The Chargers just released Joey Bosa. Just released him. They're going to save about $25 million in salary cap space. Joey Bosa has been there for 9 years. He had a pretty much, been plagued with injuries over the last few years, playing 28 games over the last 3 seasons. But even in the playoffs, he still contributed. He had 6 pressures and 1 quarterback sack in their loss to the Houston Texans. But you get a player like Joey Bosa. He's been a dominant player. He's been playing fairly well. And he's still young, 29 years of age. The Chargers cut him. He'll be picked up. How fast you think will be before somebody try to come by and scoop him up and get him on their roster?
Before this weekend is out, he will be on somebody's team. He's a 29-year-old man that knows the game of football and knows it very well. With you take away his injury that he's been catching recently, when he's healthy, when he's available on that field, you see what he do. He was one of the best defensive players with the Chargers. Yeah. In the league, not even with the Chargers, but in the league. Him and his brother down there in San Fran, them boys can play some ball. Yeah. He's just been playing with injuries. Now he get into a better environment. A better environment is a breath of fresh air. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying the Chargers are trash because that's a good job, but they chose to move in another direction. Possibly because, this man keep getting hurt. He's not giving us production that he was previously giving us seasons before. Yeah. So I get that too, because like you say, the league is a constant flipping.
And also with this, it's been noted that they would have to pay him $12 million next week.
Right.
So they thought, hey, listen, man, do we need to keep him on the roster? They just cut him. Like the NFL contracts, like we can cut you at any time. We don't got to pay you. So now Joey Bosa is on the market now, and he's a young talent. He's not old at all, not even 30 yet. But he'll be someone that we sought after.
He will be hired before Monday morning.
Well, what team think you bring him in? Like you think the Eagles?
The Eagles need help. The Eagles need help there, but the Eagles probably are looking. But that'll be a good pickup to go with their front line. Yeah. Because he can. You gotta find. He got to go to a team where it suits him. He got to go to a ready-made team. Now, if you put him with a team that's mediocre or some trash, we're gonna call it how it is. He's going to exit his career with that. Yeah. Because he's not going to be able to thrive. You put him on a team like the Eagles, down there with the Rams. Or with the Ravens. Yeah. Somebody got a good defensive front.
Well, the Rams got a good defensive front.
I was about to say that just now too.
Yeah, they do.
With the Rams, I was just about to say that. You put him in any one of these positions, like I said, change bring a new attitude. Yeah. Maybe it's time for a change. And he still, like you said, got some tread on the tires. He got a lot of tread on the tires. 29 years old.
Yeah.
He go down there, imagine if he go down there to Detroit.
They probably don't need him down there. But what I'm saying is he goes to a team like the Eagles who can use him. Cowboys probably can use him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you add him to a team that's already has some good defensive players, and you bring him in there, and you're able to sign a player like him, who's still young, who's able to play. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then you get him down, and it could be, like you said, a change of scenery and get him right where
the change of scenery is what just gives you breathing fresh air. You breathe fresh air, feel good. A change of scenery is the same thing. He's been there for years. He's been having a down slump because of injuries. Yeah. Heal up, move on.
Yeah, and they said this was purely a business move by the Chargers.
And like you said, what you said, the $12 million hit they was ready to take? Yeah. Need that. Yeah. Needs that. $12 million hit, and then they got more flexibility to make more moves. Yeah. And I'm not saying that they could just go ahead and do that. And they're losing a piece by letting him go. That they are. When healthy, though. When healthy, Tawfiq, they're losing a major piece. He's still in the prime of his career. He's not washed up. He's not done yet. He's just been plagued by injuries. Now, a new start, injury-free, let's see what this man go ahead and get back to.
Yeah, and Bosa had 9 years in the league. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he had 4 double-digit sack seasons. So we'll see what happens.
He had 9 years in the league.
9 years in the league.
How old is he?
He's 29 years old.
29, been here since he was 20.
He's been there for a while. So you see this move, and you understand that the NFL is a business.
Yeah.
It's a business. So you have to get with it.
You see how they do? They cut Darius Slay. Cut right out of it. It's a business. Yeah. Going younger. The Eagles got Quinyon Minshew and Cooper DeJean. Yeah. What's the sense of keep having the old around and you paying this money? Bringing in the new blood, bringing that new blood. Look at the Eagles guys. They're still on their rookie contracts. Ain't no money there, and they're good. They're proven.
Yeah.
So this is what teams are doing around the league, not just the Eagles. All 32 teams are implementing this formality into what they're doing with their teams in the off seasons. They're letting the old go, bringing the new in, bringing some old in that's veteranship that can school the new. It's just a revolving door. The NFL is a revolving door with players going in and out from team to team to team.
Okay. Yeah, we have some other breaking news, just to move on. We have some Deshaun Watson restructured his contract with the Browns, opens up $36 million for the Browns. Mm-hmm. Now, as we know, he went out, he got hurt.
They might cut him.
You think so?
Yeah.
After reconstructing the deal?
Yeah,
that would be a slap in the face.
Yes, but it's just like they needed Deshaun Watson. I thought he was very, very, very good before he, ultimately left the Houston Texans and had the allegations and stuff like that. He'd been down the Browns playing like trash since he'd been there.
Yeah.
They're ready to move on from him, man. I don't know why they just didn't cut him instead of restructuring that. Mm-hmm. But what do you got around the league anyway? What's out there? What's available?
And also, there's been speculation say that he may never play for the Browns again. Possibly may never play in another game for the Browns because he's a free agent next year and he's hurt, and he's probably going to miss a chunk of this season coming up because he has to recover for the injury. So
he'll be cut before the season starts. They just did that to clear up some moves, but he's getting out.
But they probably can't cut him while he hurt.
Oh, not while he hurt.
They can't,
okay.
It's probably in his contract. Normally in the contract, they can't cut him while he's hurt that because he has some guarantees. But you see a player like Watson, he's been really really disappointing. I mean, even when he was healthy, he's been disappointing. He hasn't been playing very well.
Ever since he came to the Browns, he's been disappointing.
Yeah,
the last good year he had was when he was with the Houston Texans. That's where he put everybody on notice. He went to he had his legal problems, came back. The Texans let him go. The Browns picked him up, gave him a shot. Mm-hmm. He ain't did nothing since they picked him up. Nothing.
Yeah, 19 games with the Browns. He has been with the Browns for 19 games, 3,365 yards, 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 61% completion rate over 19 games playing with the Cleveland Browns since coming back from his situation where they were saying all these allegations against him. So we'll see what happens, man. They were 3-14 this season, the Browns. So they were terrible while he played, and then now they got him out of here. So we'll see what happens. Moving on, you got CeeDee Lamb restructures his Cowboys contract, creates $20 million in cap space as well. You see a lot of these players.
They're taking one for the team.
Yeah, you see that they want to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They're not selfish. It's a team sport.
Yeah, and CeeDee Lamb tweeted out. He said, "Hey, listen, I want to win. It's gonna take more than myself.
Exactly.
Why be selfish? Why be selfish?
These dudes is getting millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. He probably don't even notice that restructured. He
knows it.
Well, he probably noticed it because he's getting it. But a regular layman like me would be so excited to get that. I'm restructuring for everybody to come play. This shows the unselfishness in him and other guys that's doing this around the league also.
Yeah, Dak Prescott did it as well. Yeah, he did it for the Cowboys as well. Dak Prescott reconstructed his deal.
Right.
He decided that it's like you said, it's
for the greater good of the team. Mm-hmm. You got some players that won't. You guys, man, I'm just here for my money. Tyreek Hill and all them, for example, they ain't restructuring no contracts. They try to get their money and move on to something better. But the dudes that do that, what CeeDee Lamb just did, amongst other players around the NFL, they know what it takes to win. It ain't just gonna be them. So now, knowing that, it takes money to attract someone there. Yeah. Okay, boom, here go this contract, this is what we got for you. If you ain't got that, then you ain't got no help. So these dudes is doing what it takes to win. Yes, they are.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. As you see, this is going around the league. A lot of players being released, a lot of players reconstructing their deals. This may have something to do with seeing the Eagles in the Super Bowl, seeing the Eagles, how Howie Roseman kind of works.
The whole league is taking that concept now.
Yeah.
It's not a game no more, Tawfiq. Everybody wants to win. So in order to win, you got to do what it takes to win.
Yeah.
If I see you over here winning, I'm going to do what you're doing just to win.
This episode is brought to you by Metcalf LLC. Metcalf LLC located at 5025 Germantown Avenue. If you're looking for home care for your loved one, reach out to Metcalf. The number is 215-644-8341. That's 215-644-8341. So on to the next topic. You got, Crosby, Max Crosby. He put out a tweet basically speculating that he may join the Eagles. And right after that, he got a big check.
A mega check.
The highest paid non-quarterback player in the NFL.
History.
Yes.
So
they gave him a big check. So he
said, rung the bell and they got the word.
Yeah. So now he's back with the Las Vegas Raiders, and
till he retire.
Yeah, probably till he retire, or till he fall off.
Yeah.
Either one would have come first. But I don't think he's going to fall off. I'm just saying if he was to fall off, they would probably cut him.
Yes.
But nobody wants anyone to join the Eagles, man.
Nobody
don't want to see these players go to the Eagles.
He made an inquiry and just briefly mentioned something of Eagles' nature, and that they rung his bell with a mega contract that non-quarterback that ain't nobody ever seen before. These players got a lot of pull, man. And not only do they got a lot of pull, it's where they want to go to. If your player good, and then where he may want to, oh no.
I can't see you over there with the Eagles.
No, but boy, if you don't take all this money, man, chill, man.
You and Jalen Carter up there together, that's going to be a problem. Sweating them boys, if we get Sweat back, but you put him on a team with the Eagles, that defense, and that secondary and all that, the linebackers and all that, King Bond and them, you know what I'm saying? You put him on that team?
With them corners and safeties and all that.
With his abilities? Nah, nobody want to see that. Listen,
they'd rather pay you.
You know who would have been mad about that?
Who?
Who would have been like shaking his head? Probably ready to cuss. What's called from the Cowboys? He would have been ready.
Michael Parsons.
Parsons would have been ready to be.
He really want to be an Eagle on the low.
You think so?
I know so. If we can get him up here, I can get him to admit to it slightly. He would slightly be like, well, if I didn't play for the Cowboys, I would play for the Eagles. But that's letting me know it all right there. He would.
You think he'd come be a Philadelphia Eagle?
And do it proudly.
Hurts, Saquon.
Proudly.
You think he Hurts over what you call it?
I don't know.
Prescott?
I don't know. I ain't gonna go venture into all that, but he would come. He would love to play for the
Stephen
Eagles.
Core and all that.
Yes.
AJ Brown and all that.
Yes.
He would love to be a part of that.
Yes.
Sometimes when you have success, like people don't want to see certain players join Kansas City. Almost like when the Patriots was winning. Nobody really wanted to see the Patriots. Yeah. Like they already got the best quarterback in the league. Nobody want to see them.
When they was getting Julian Edelman, Wes Walker, and all them, they was going crazy. How you gonna send them down there?
Corey Dillon. They like, how do you get all these players?
They just keep.
But now that's the thing. Now you want to get paid. This tweet that you want to play for the Eagles, you'll get paid. Do that.
Yeah, do that, and you would definitely get a check.
Yeah, so that's you heard it here first. But at the end of the day, if you look at these players, though, just want to speak a little bit about players having more leverage now in the NFL. You just seen it right there. That we could tweet before. NFL, everybody says NFL stands for not for long, meaning that these owners can cut you.
Yeah.
They can get you out of here. Shout out to.
And it's still like that.
Yeah, they could.
It's still like that.
They could, but it's been some change now where the players who are young, they understand that we can have it to them later on in their years. They understand that. So why not just be who I need to be right now while I'm younger?
Get me out of here.
Get me out. I'll go somewhere else.
Instead of wasting all that down here.
You know what I'm saying? Where they're gonna pay me. So you see that, and so shout out to these players who kind of stand up for themselves, man. You're not saying
but
that
everybody can't do that. You got to be good to do that.
Oh yeah, everybody can't.
Everybody just can't.
That's what I'm speaking about.
Joe Blow just can't come and be trade me. Boy, we cut you.
Yeah.
You talking about trade you.
I get your body.
No. You have to be a unique talent and hold some stature amongst that team to pull this off. You see Myles Garrett. These dudes that made Myles Garrett, Max Crosby. These dudes is probably the best players on their team.
Yeah.
The best player. So
listen, we go back to Super Bowl champions. The Philadelphia Eagles have made a move. They have signed Zach Bond. Eagles agreed to a 3-year, $51 million contract with Zach Bond. A lot of people were kind of on the fence of whether they was going to bring him back or they're going to let the stud Josh Sweat out there. But they were able to make a move to bring him back to the Philadelphia Eagles. He's played extremely well. He's been around the league for a while, playing special teams and all these different positions, and now landed with the Eagles. And last year had the best year of his young career and won a Super Bowl. And the Eagles said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna let you go anywhere. Your thoughts on him staying with the Eagles?
And he was an intricate piece in winning that Super Bowl. He just wasn't out there just running around.
Yeah.
He made crucial plays to put this game out of reach. You know what I'm saying? Taking the ball from Patrick Mahomes and stuff like that. He has deserved this contract, and he will be very good for years to come, hopefully barring any injuries for the Philadelphia Eagles. This was a genius move again from Howie Roseman, just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and get him. This is why a lot of teams don't win, because the general managers or the owners just be reluctant to do certain things. Oh, listen, that man played, that man showed you his all, pay that man.
Yeah.
Compensate him. Show him that, man, we appreciate what you did. Make him want to do that again next year. And this is how you go about doing it. Yeah. So, kudos to Howie Roseman for getting it done, because that was a focal point in this Eagles for this whole season, making this run and then acquiring the Super Bowl and bringing it back to Philadelphia for the 2024 season. Yes, that was a great move from Howie Roseman.
Yes, and then you bring such a young player, Zach Bond, he was with the New Orleans Saints for 4 years.
But he played another position. Yeah. They brought him to the Eagles and found what he was good at.
Yeah.
It's the coaches too. It ain't about Howie Roseman just, spending some money and bringing somebody in. It's now when he's here, hold on, let me see what he's good at. What's his next? What's his triumphs? What he do? And then putting him in the right position to success. And then not only that, congratulating him. The congratulations was the contract. Okay, we put you in a position to win. You won, because I only could put you here. And then you got to do it. He went out there and played and showed that he can do it and do it at a high level, and that's why he got that contract.
Yeah, man. So, shout out to Howie Roseman once again. I think he's the best GM in the league.
He is the best GM.
He's been that way for a couple years now.
Yes.
And so this year
before the Eagles won their first Super Bowl, that's when he started making. When they had to come out, they had that parade, and what's his name got up there? Jason Kelsey got up there with that murmurous costume on at the parade, and he said they banished Howie. They threw him in the back corner. They said he ain't know what he was doing. He was a horrible GM. They ain't let him talk. They ain't let him do nothing. They took his role from him, general manager, Jeff Lurie did. Mm-hmm. He went there, he went into that corner and he redid it. He got it right. He came out swinging and he ain't never stopped since that Super Bowl, their first Super Bowl they acquired in Philadelphia. That man been in fire since then, and again, kudos to Howie Roseman.
And the Eagles still have some decisions to make.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they got Josh Sweat.
And if you think he ain't,
Milton Williams, and he got
Mekhi Beckham.
Yeah, Mekhi Beckham is also in free agency. So
yes.
Let's see what he can do with those. He got at least probably he got
the way he got me feeling. I have no sweat.
Think he'll get all of them back?
If he don't get all of them back, he'll replace it with something that's better. Yeah, because they've been talking about a whole Myles Garrett. You got the Crosby just signed back for a mega deal, so he's off the plate now. But you still have the Bosas out there. You still have things to bring in, even if I'm not concerned one bit.
Would you take Sweat over Bosa? Or Bosa over
you mean Bosa over Sweat?
Yeah. Would you? If you had both be out there now, so you got to choose. Who would you take? They're both young, 29 years old, 28, 29 years old.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring Sweat back because he was already there.
Yeah.
It ain't like he fell off.
He one of the guys.
Something. Yeah. I got you. You was right here while I was shooting in the gym. I ain't gonna front on you now, cuz, and say I'm gonna go over here. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna bring you back. You earned that. Because he went out there and he put on, Toffee. Everybody that watched that Super Bowl cannot tell me that I'm lying about Josh Sweat. How many sacks? I know he had a sack.
Yeah, he had like 3, I believe, 2 or 3.
Come on, man. And then that's just the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about the whole playoff run and then the whole season run. Bring him back.
Yeah.
Bring him back. Why would I go take a chance on him? I'm not disrespecting Bosa. I'm quite sure he can come to the Eagles and fit right in with what they got going on. Yes, I am sure of that. But why go with I think he can when I got the guy that I know he can? And that's just it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in regards to that. I think that the Eagles are going to have some tough decisions to make. But if
very tough. But I don't have no worry. We got Howard.
That's what I'm saying. If anybody can do it, it's going to be Howie Roseman. He could probably make something shake. But I don't think it's going to be able to bring back everyone. But I think he'll definitely bring back
or replace him.
Sweat and probably the offensive line.
You got to bring Mekhi back because I think Mekhi Beckham to the point to where though, man, just keep me. Did you see that man on the field at the Super Bowl crying, man? That wasn't tears of. It was tears of I won a Super Bowl, but it was more like he's an emotional big guy. It was y'all gave me a chance, and thank you for putting me in this chance. So now he would take a hometown discount just to stay with the Eagles, man. Yeah. So I really believe that he is one of the guys that will be brought back also. Yes.
So we'll see what happens. You heard it here first. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.